Let's go. Let's do this.
Muff Monday.
Muff Monday.
All right.
I'm getting so aggressive with it.
I don't know. Muff Monday. Sorry.
Well, hello, listeners. It's Monday. We're going to do a little segment here on our Girly Bits podcast. I hope you guys like the name change. But because it's Monday, we're going to do a Muff Monday. Woo! So today we want to talk about the Diva Cup because this is a feminine hygiene product that I think more people should get on and not be afraid about it. I know a lot of people get nervous about it.
Some girls think it's disgusting.
Yeah. So we wanted to just shed a little light on the Diva Cup and why we like it so much because me and my wife, Leanna here, have been using it for years. We love it. It's the best thing ever. We don't have to buy tampons every month.
It's amazing.
But one of the big reasons why I think people should start looking into them is because I think the FDA or somebody doesn't make tampon companies expose what they put in their products. So, like, they could be bleaching the stuff that goes into your body. It could not even be cotton that they're using. It could be...
There's fiberglass in there.
Yeah, there could be all kinds of stuff.
But we're going to do that. We're going to talk about it this Monday, and we're going to also talk about, do you have your period this week?
It's supposed to be this week, yes.
Okay. So we're going to talk about it this Monday and then
being,
next Monday because Abby gets hers tomorrow.
For the first time ever, she has switched
right.
over. So explain to everybody why you kind of made the change. Because I don't think we talked you into it.
No, I mean, you guys suggested it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that. And then I was talking to other people about it, and other people, like you said, thought it was gross. Like,
they're like, oh, God, I got to empty it out.
yeah, exactly.
It's like you're pulling a big, heavy, wet, blood-soaked tampon out of you. Like, why not?
So I was like, okay. And then I was on Facebook, and somebody had shared a post about tampons and how there was something wrong with it. So, of course, I opened it up. I'm like, let me check this shit out.
Right.
So I'm reading, and the lady couldn't, the applicator, that was me. Sorry.
It's like, where did that come from?
Anyway, so I opened it up, and the lady said that she couldn't get the tampon, the applicator, there was something wrong with it. So she took the tampon out of the applicator, and when she opened up the tampon, there was black stuff in there. So not only did she open up one, but she opened up the rest of the box, which still had black stuff on it, which made me think, well, shit, how many tampons have I used that may have had something on it that
you would never
that you
know.
never
Never have known, because you stick it up there and you get blood on it, so then it turns, you know, the red or the
Well, you
dark
also
brown.
don't sit there and examine it when you pull it out either. You're just, you yank it out, you put it in something, and you throw it away.
So I'm like, oh, crap. And plus, then I was starting to think, I'm like, damn, tampons are really expensive. Or they start to add up. They're
ridiculous.
Yeah. You figure it's almost $20 a box if you get, like, the variety pack and so many in there. Because the more you buy, the cheaper it tends to get.
Yeah.
It should honestly be free through a pharmacy, like something that a doctor can prescribe to women, because this is something that you need to have.
You have to have it. No, but no women can get it. Well, that's not true anymore.
You don't have to have it.
They're coming out with products that now are kind of a
organic and all
it,
natural. Yeah, but the best thing for the environment and everything else is the Diva Cup. It's the best way to go.
So I'm going to try it. It comes tomorrow.
So excited for you.
Amazon.
So a couple things that you should do before. So first thing is watch a YouTube video. There's a couple of YouTube videos that actually go into very good detail about how to use it, how to put it in, tips and tricks of how to, like, fold it, because there's, like, 2 different ways you can fold it before you put it in. And make sure you hold it really tight when you put it in, because it hurts if it pops open before you get it in there.
Check.
So watch the video, because it does give you really, really good instructions on how to use it. It took me a few months before I really got comfortable with it. So, like, the first couple times it felt awkward, but nothing hangs down. Nothing is sticking out of your vagina, which is lovely.
Just because you had something up there that was just...
You have to find the right spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if it's in the wrong spot, it can hurt or leak. Because, like, so it leaked a couple times on me the first time because I didn't have it in right. But you'll feel it. It really just slides right into place. But make sure you, like, put your finger in and wrap it around it to make sure it opens. Because there's been some times where...
It'll pop open once you stand up, and you're like, and then what is that uncomfortable?
It feels like something's
like
literally
inside, you know what I mean?
Poking inside of your vagina walls, but it's normal. So the best way to kind of, like, make sure it's good, too, is get off the toilet and squat down all the way to the ground. And you can kind of move your hips around and kind of wiggle it in a sense.
You can't necessarily do this at work.
No, not at work,
But you know,
not recommended to do it at the
you don't
9
want
to
to
5.
squat below that barrier.
But when you're at home.
like layer on the toilets between each other. But
it's easier to put in if you're squatting and not on the toilet.
I don't find that. I think for me it's different. I don't like to be squatting. It's a weird thing so it's different probably for everyone.
Is different,
right?
And honestly, the first time I tried it, I didn't use it for a couple months after that because I panicked because I couldn't get it out. And Steph's like, just push, like you're gonna pee, push. And I was like, I can't get it out. She's like, because it's like fit into place. You have to be able to push a little bit, squeeze the bottom, and then it takes that air out and unseals.
You have to like squeeze it and wiggle it so the suction kind of unsuction because it'll suction in into place. But but there's a lot of YouTube videos on it. But
and then one time, don't do this either. One time I wanted to see how much it filled up. So I was like, okay, cool. And as I was pulling it out, it clipped, like the bottom piece clipped the toilet seat. And it was like,
all over the bathroom floor.
Son of a bitch. It was like all over my yoga pants, all over my underwear.
It looked like she murdered
seat.
a small child in our bathroom. That's what it looked like.
So much for that.
So I have to say, so you can use this, like, doesn't matter how your flow is, right? Like,
so it depends on how long you're gonna have it in. So like if you're super heavy flow, which like my super heavy flow days, I probably leave it in like 6 hours or 6 to 8 hours as opposed to 12.
Okay.
Because you can leave it in for 12 hours, and that's what I do. So I'll get up in the morning, put it in, go to work, 6, 7 at night, take it out next morning. You know what I mean? So it's like you're only changing it once a day,
do you
basically.
Use it at nighttime?
Overnight,
yeah, overnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you can keep it in for up to 12 hours.
Yeah. Heavy flow, like
now,
6 to 8.
Now it's something you might just have to get used to.
Right.
Because the first couple months I used it, I was washing it more often than I needed to. I'm like, oh my God, I need to change this. So I pull it out. I'm like, there's like nothing in it. Yeah, like there's not a lot. I was like,
just
okay.
rinse.
Yeah. So like you'll probably change it more at the beginning, but then as you get comfortable using it, you'll be like 12 hours every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I go at this point. Like, except for my one super heavy day, I do it just in case so it doesn't leak.
Because you can actually feel it. It's super weird. You could feel it
leaking.
When you're like, oh shit, I think this is like almost capped out. You know what I mean?
You really can
it's
feel
swishing
it.
around a little too high up there.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
But it's so much healthier for your vagina too because it doesn't dry you out. You keep your natural like wetness, which is awesome. So, and it's like medical grade silicone.
I have it in right now. Right now. I have it in right now.
Okay.
But that's the other thing, like not to get too graphic, but you know when you take a shit and you got a tampon in?
Yeah.
It's the worst. You're like, fuck it. Now it's out of place. Now I got to pull it out.
Or you get poop on the string.
Yep.
I don't know that I've ever done that, but
that's happened to me.
Well, I hold the string. Well, I don't just let it dangle. I would hold it up through the pussy lips up top, you know, so it would be like
I've done that, yes, but
even if you hold the string though, that still moves it out of place.
it does.
Yeah, like, without
it
a doubt.
fucks with it, and then you're pushing whatever. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about every time you fucking pee. Then you're like,
if you get waxed often, you can get waxed on your period with it in. I've had my waxer do it, and she was. It doesn't hang out, so it doesn't grip on it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get in the way. Yeah, it's literally the best product that probably could have ever been invented, and I wish more people would get on it.
And they're under $25.
Yep.
And you could use them for 4 years.
And the top reason why most people do get a new one after 4 years is just because of the discoloration. It, you know, like the blood starts to stain it a little bit.
That's why I have a black one.
But yeah, you can get them. And here's the thing: if the first one doesn't fit you right, don't give up on the Diva Cup. Try it. There's
two different sizes.
There's several different brands too that
yeah.
are shaped a little bit differently. So every vagina is different. Every vagina is shaped different.
One has that loop you stick your finger in and pull it out.
And yeah.
However,
I don't
agree with the only reason I say that I wouldn't want to do that is because pulling it out whole without bending it is super fucked because it's like, oh my God, that's not how that should feel. You know what I mean? Like it's like super.
The ones that we just bought now, it has like a bubble at the bottom so you can grip it. So it's kind of like the top of a sari piece. You know the sari pieces?
It's exactly
it's like the top of that, so it's nice to pull out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that one's a little bit different.
We'll flash up on the screen what it looks like. Yeah. Honestly, like
we'll show a couple different ones because we've tried several at this point. We've tried like 4 or 5 different ones.
Pretty much all the same. They're medical grade silicone.
You can boil them. I recommend boiling them before and after your period. They will last longer, especially if you have a yeast infection infection on your period because
Well-
everybody gets a little imbalanced.
Yeah, but if you have a full-blown yeast infection or you utilize it and you do have some sort of something that you recognize, either boil it or just throw it out and get a new one. Because I know
We've
my
done that a couple times.
gynecologist has said, like, you don't want to just keep putting that in. So
Sex toys and
same thing,
Diva
yeah.
cups. Yeah. Any of those, they absorb that bacteria and you can continue to give you a yeast infection. So the first couple times, like, we just get rid of them personally.
But you can boil them. It's the same thing. It's basically the
$20.
sterilizing. Yeah.
$20.
Well, and this is the thing. You spend
And this
$20
can
on
last
fucking
you years.
tampons. It's going
I
to be
spend
1
more
month.
than that on tampons.
Yeah.
For your 1 month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. And then you don't even know if you're how heavy it's going to be.
Nope.
So you're like, well, I'll carry the super plus, the super, and the regular, and the light, all with me.
Oh,
and
fuck
then
it. I
you're
could
like,
never use a light. Light was a joke. I might as well use a panty liner. Bullshit.
well, you know what I'm saying? Though, like, you
Yeah.
have to carry the vast variety of it, and then you're
Right.
like, well, shit, well, I just went through all that today, and now I need more. And then you're right
Yeah.
with you were talking about your vagina and the natural, what did you say? The natural
Lubricant.
Lubricant,
Yeah,
yes,
the
lubricant.
natural lubricant.
That
Yeah.
would go away for sure with tampons.
Oh,
So I'm
it dries
excited.
right the fuck up. Yeah.
I'm excited to try
So it's
this.
like having sex on your period is uncomfortable because you're dried up from
Yeah.
it
Yes.
and it's terrible.
horrible.
And you don't know what's in it. You honestly don't. So there's
Get your Diva cup. No.
Get it. It's really amazing. And honestly, I was so hesitant at first. And I was like, I don't think I want to do this. And Steph used it for like a year before I like even gave it a thought. Now that I use it, I'm like, I would never fucking use anything again. And I tried to use a tampon because I like was in a panic moment and I needed to like get something just really quick because I was at work. And I used a tampon and my vagina was like burning. Like it felt like uncomfortable and itchy. And I was like, this is fucking terrible. And I'm never, like I cannot. And honestly, like the thing about it too is some people are like, well, what do you do? Like if you're somewhere where you're out somewhere. And I was like, well, I just take it to the sink, rinse it out.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just wrap it, you know what I mean? And if somebody's in there, we're all women. Every woman has her fucking period. So it's
Not
like,
to mention
hey,
it's a good-
sorry if you're grossed out, not my fucking problem.
Plus,
like,
it's a good conversation talk. Like
It
hey, like,
is. I've
this
had
is
that
all
conversation.
natural. I've had it with a lot of people at my work. Like this is, people probably label me as a hippie at work because I talk about how I'm like, we eat all organic, we eat all farm foods.
You couldn't
I use
tell
the
'cause there's
Diva
a-
cup. Our all of our
My
all
double
of our,
chin doesn't reflect that organic lifestyle, if you know what I mean.
Shut up.
I love you.
Shut up. I wish you loved yourself the way I love you. That's okay. One day.
We'll get there.
Um,
Maybe.
But anyway, so yes, look it up, investigate it, give it a try. If you have questions about it,
Yeah,
send
hit
us a
up.
message.
I
Send
think
us
if
a
anybody
message.
uses one, you should make comments about it. Tell us how you like
Yeah. Comment
use it.
below and just be like, me too, but not in that way.
it.
Sorry.
But yes, let us know. Spread the word about it too. Like get the awareness out there.
Yeah.
Because it's a good way to
They're
go.
amazing. Give it a
So,
try.
They're amazing. Give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
Let you guys know next Monday how it goes.
Muff
Yeah,
Mondays.
follow
Muff
us.
Mondays.
Muff
Follow us.
Mondays.
Subscribe to us. And we're gonna start doing Muff Mondays.
Yes.
All right.
All about the vagina.
Bye, guys.